Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my first lesson of D3 chapter number 7, exercise 7a, that is about the graphs of functions. In this lesson, we'll be discussing how to draw the graph of the cubic function. Before going to the lesson, it's really important to understand that what is cubic function. We are familiar with the linear and quadratic function before this lesson. We know any function of the form f of x equals to ax plus b is a linear function because here the maximum power of the variable is 1, and same f of x equals to ax square plus bx plus c is called the quadratic function because here the maximum power of the variable is 2. And now what will be the general form for the cubic function? That will be f of x equals to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is the general form for the cubic function. And why this is the cubic function? Because here the maximum power of the variable is 3. So I hope you are clear that what is the meaning and what is the general form for the cubic function. Let's move to exercise 7a. And as the questions are long, so I will be reading the question from the book. Okay, question 1 says, the table below shows some values of x and the corresponding values of y, where the function which is given in the question is y equals to x cube. And then we can see that values of x are given from -3 to +3, and certain values of y are already calculated given, and some values of y are missing. So first step has to be that we have to complete this table by inserting these values of x one by one in the given equation. Then the second requirement of the question is, it's really important to read the scale, that what is the scale given in the question, that 2 centimeter represents 1 unit on x-axis and 2 centimeter represents 5 unit on y-axis, and we have to construct and draw x-axis and y-axis. And then after that, after drawing the graph, we have to find the value of y when x equals to 1.5 and a value of x when y equals to 12. So let's move to first completion of the table, and then we will be discussing that how to draw the graph. So what we have to do is that the given function or given equation is y equals to x cube. Y equals to x cube. I always advise it to my students that go in a sequence, do not pick up the points randomly. When I'm putting x equals to -3, this will become -3 cube, and we know 3 cube is -3 multiplied by -3 multiplied by -3, which is -27. So after getting the value, we have to write that value in the table in front of that number -27. And when x value is -1, y equals to x cube, y equals to -1 cube, and this is -1. So for -1, x -1, y is -1. For x0, y will be 0. Okay, when x is 1, y is already given. Okay, and the next is y equals to x cube, and what is the value of x that we have to insert? 2 cube, and this is 8. This is 8, and I have to replace a value over here. And for y x equals to 3, y 27 is already given to us. Okay, now the first requirement of the question is done, that we have completed the table. I always advise it to my students that before going to the sketching, you have to double check the table values. Against 0, it will be 0. 1 is 1, 2 and 2 cube is 8. 3 cube is already given. When x is -1, y will be -1. When x is -2, y is -8. It's already given. And when x is -3, y is -27. So first task is done, that we have completed the table. This was the first requirement of the question. And the second part says that what we have to do, that we have to draw x-axis, and the scale is that 2 centimeter equals to 1 unit. For x-axis, the scale which is given is that 2 centimeter equals to 1 unit on x-axis, and for y-axis, the scale which is given in the question is 2 centimeter equals to 5 units. Okay, this is really important to follow the scale which is given in the question. Okay, otherwise your marks will be deducted in your O-level examination. So for x-axis, 2 centimeter equals to 1. 2 centimeter equals to 1 means I will be really going slow because some of the students can find difficulty in understanding the scale for x-axis and y-axis. So we can see that 1 centimeter is holding 10 blocks. 2 centimeter means that 20 small blocks are equal to 1, and 1 small block will have the value 1 by 20 for x-axis. 1 by 20 for x-axis. So 1 divided by 20 will give me 0.05. For x-axis, 1 small block has the value 0.05. Okay, and now for y-axis, let me reconfirm. For y-axis, that 2 centimeter 5 units. 2 centimeter, again 2 centimeter equals to 5. 2 centimeter means that 20 small blocks are equal to 5. One tiny block will have the value 5 by 20, and one tiny block will have the value 1 by 4. Okay, now in order to locate 1 on y-axis, we need how many small blocks? There will be 4 small blocks. Now, I hope my students are clear about the scale of x-axis and y-axis. It's a time to go for the sketching. So first I advise it to my students that go with the pencil, and then after that, if you find the correct trend, then you can perfect it with permanent pen. I'll begin with most easy point, that is 0 with 0. So point will be coming at this place. Now 1 on x-axis 1. So 1 is clear and visible over here. But I have to locate 1 on y-axis as well. We just have discussed that on y-axis, 1 small block has a value 1 by 4, 0.25. So in order to get 1 on y-axis, I have to move how many units? 1, 2, 3 and 4 units up, and I have to put a cross or dot over here. For 2 it's 8. For 2 it's 8. So what I have to do, first I have to reach at 2, and then it has to be after 5. We know that for 1 we need 4 small blocks. Okay, 8 is 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3. So for if 1 unit on y-axis we need 4 small blocks. So for 3 units we will be needing 12 small blocks. 5. This is 5, and then 10 and 11 and 12 small blocks. Sorry, it has to be at 2. 2 with 8. 2 with 8. So it will be coming, this is 5, and then for 1 I need 4, then this is 8, and then 12 small blocks. 12 small blocks for 2, and for 3 this is 27. So first of all I have to reach at 3, and then 27 will be after 25, 2 units after 25. So for 1 I need 4 small blocks. So the point will be coming at the 8th block for 27. Now this side is okay, and now I have to think about the other side of the table, that for -1 it's -1. minus 1, it's minus 1, so I have to be careful. 2, 3 and 4, this is the fourth block. And then minus 2 with minus 8, minus 8, this is 10, 11 and 12, 12, minus 3, minus 27. So first reach at minus 3, then move downward, reach at 25 and 2 units after. So this is 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now first join all these points with slide pencil and see the trend. Okay, like this. This is the curve, so it should not give you the impact of the graph which is drawn with the help of ruler. That is only the frequency polygon that we can draw with the help of ruler. Otherwise the rest all curves have to be drawn freehand, but they have to be really smooth. There has to be no shaking and no fluctuations. There has to be no shaking and no fluctuations. Please join nicely. And then on this side the curve will be taking this trend. Okay, and then we have to come downward. Enjoy your geometry work and feel happiness. Okay, not bad impact. I'm getting really smooth curves, students. Okay, look, after getting a smooth curve with pencil, I can make the perfect curve. Okay, now you can use some permanent pen. This is the first point, and go slow, go slow, go slow, so that there has to be no fluctuations at all in your graph, because slight fluctuations can give you the error in your further parts. So please go slow and join the points with a smooth curve. Okay, and now same on this side, same on the other part. Okay, I have to make it little more perfect, and then I have to come downward, downward. Come on children, I hope this is really easy article and you all can do it really easily. Okay, this is first point, this is the second point. 2 with 8, 2 with 8, 5 and 3, 8. It was coming somewhere here. Okay, now the points are coming under this black pen. I hope this is very much clear to all of my students. And then do not forget to label the curve. Okay, y equals to x cube, y equals to x cube. And this is the second requirement of the question, that we have to draw the curve. Then the C part says, B part is the curve that we have obtained. It is done. And the C part is that using the graph, find the value of y when x equals to 1.5. 1.5. So first reach at x equals to 1.5. See, 1.5 will be coming right in between 1 and 2. This is the place for 1.5. Now drop the perpendicular on the graph, okay, and towards the curve, so that it should meet your already drawn curve. This is 1.5. And then what you have to do, you have to join this line with y-axis so that you can read. It can have a slight fluctuation in the value. It depends upon the accuracy of the graph and the thickness of pencil as well. This is x 1.5. Now let me see that what value is coming. X 1.5. Now see, it is meeting 1, 2, 3 and 4 units before 5. 4 units before 5 means it is approximately 4. Y equals to 4. Okay, 1.5 cube, 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5. This is 3.37. Okay, this is a graph work, so it will be approximately 4. Okay, and then the second part is, then we have to find x. when y is 12, x when y equals to 12, so first of all reach at y equals to 12. So for y equals to 12, we need that after 10, 12 is 10 plus 2. So for 2 we need 8 more blocks. So 8 more blocks, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Let me reconfirm this. This is 10 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more blocks. Okay, and now what I have to do, I have to drop the perpendicular towards the graph. Yes, this is almost 2 units before the graph. And let me see. Okay, let me go towards the graph. And see what is the value of x coming at that point. Okay, now this is y equals to 12. And now see what is the value of x coming. For x-axis, we know one small block has the value 0.05. And how many small blocks after 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me hold pencil because blocks are really small. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. 6 small blocks. So 6 multiplied by 0.05 will give me 0.3. So 2.3. X is 2.3. I hope you are really clear about today's class. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.